So we have a new moon in Taurus today, and we also have Pluto in retrograde. Pluto is transiting in my second house, which is the house of finances, material possessions, self-worth. And the fifth house is where the new moon is transiting for me. And that's, creativity, joy, romance, basically self. I feel like it's just really self and creation. And I will say for sure, the wounds that came up this week for me threw me for a loop. But I didn't want to just sit in the wounds. I kind of just wanted to get curious. So I did a lot of reflecting, a lot of, journaling. I pulled some cards for myself. And, I went out, and because I'm out of town. So I went out and explored a little bit. But also when I came back to, the Airbnb I was staying at, I decided to, kind of sit in solitude and get curious about myself and what I want, and also where I'm at right now and how I got to this point. So I will say for a fact what I've noticed with what I struggle with when it comes to manifesting the things that I want, because I'm very much aware of where I lack. This week and the transits and the energy has definitely highlighted that for me. What I have noticed is that my ADHD aids in the chaos. One, it does aid in the chaos when it comes to how I think, believe, the things I fixate on, how I process things, all that stuff. It aids in the chaos, right? But I don't want to be a victim to my ADHD. I don't want to be a victim to anything, honestly. But I had to get honest about where my baseline is at when it comes to the things that I want so bad, but I lack, or I feel like I'm lacking. Because I'm really lacking within myself. It's not really those things. I'm lacking within myself, and also my beliefs about those things that I think I'm lacking in, right? I really had to ask myself, where's my baseline? And I had to get honest, and my baseline is not great when it comes to those things. I may have my moments of glory in those areas, but is it consistent? No. And I think that's where I can start working through to get better at for myself, but really just looking at where I'm at with myself as a whole. Manifestation is such a hot topic, and I've noticed that people talk about just, affirming until it comes in, whatever you're manifesting comes in. But we can't use affirmations and manifestation as a whole to bypass the work that needs to be done. And that's something I was doing. And I had to be really honest about that. It wasn't pretty. There was moments in this week that wasn't very pretty, because I really had to get really raw and honest with myself and be like, okay, you're bypassing work that you should be doing, or the work that you should be doing for the things that you claim that you want. So if you're struggling with manifesting, I would say my advice would be, look at your baseline and start there. What do you believe when it comes to those particular areas that you're craving and wanting so bad? What are your beliefs? And start, writing that down and getting honest. And then I'm working on the actions I need to take within those areas to get what I want, or to get to where I want to be with myself, because everything starts with you, right? So that's just my take on this week so far. It's been a very eye-opening week for me, where I'm at and how I show up, because I lose myself. I do lose myself in people, environments, my thoughts, and then I stay stuck, and I constantly replay this loop that I'm so tired of living. But I'm thankful for this week. It showed me where, a lot of things that are still unresolved within myself and that I need to work on. So happy new moon. I hope that you really integrate the energy for this weekend with the new moon and embrace the Pluto retrograde. I know people fearmonger retrogrades, but I think they're amazing lessons. I'm starting to embrace them now. I used to dread them, but now I'm starting to embrace them, because now I'm starting to get curious about my fears and my wounds instead of looking at them like they're the enemy, because those wounds are a part of me. So I have to approach them, or approach myself differently when it comes to those aspects about myself. But yeah, that's my take on this week and the energy with the new moon. So I hope that you use energy to your benefit to learn and to grow. And like I said, happy new moon.